Let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe we're getting Dylan in. All right. If you guys are hearing us loud and clear, let us know if there's any audio issues or anything of that sort going on here. We'll try to correct what we can. I think we're having some issues with young Dylan getting in, so we'll get that worked out here. You are watching and listening to the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. So let's start it like this. I haven't been able to do one of these, so in the last couple of seconds here, I was able to work on one. So let's see if we'll get this going here while I think we almost have Dylan in. Okay, this is from Jaws, and it's from Quint. It's a quote from Quint. Sometimes that shark he looks right into your eyes. And you know the thing about a shark? He's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, doesn't seem to be living until he bites you, and those black eyes roll over white, and then, oh, then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is number one Second Amendment show in the world. That's what
Is that
you
what
hear.
the shark says?
No, that's what Quint isn't.
When you hear the screaming, that's what you hear. That screaming is the number one podcast in the world is this.
Yes, exactly. Okay, Dylan came and then went. I don't know what's going on with the. Okay.
That sounds gross. I don't want to be part of that.
Oh. All right. Look, it looks like we had we had a picture of him there for a second. He looked real skinny. I don't know what's happening. We're gonna call him Skinny Dylan, if that's what's going on there. Yeah. So we'll let's see. Hold, maybe we're getting him back. Let's see. Okay. So yes, that was from Jaws. Whoever recognizes it, let me know. It was from Jaws, but I actually got it from. Guess what, Patrick? Guess where I got that from?
The internet.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. That's
God.
where I get all my
Of course you do.
information and entertainment
Of course.
from Rick and Morty. Of course. All right, so listen, we're still working on Dylan getting him in here. Big shout out to Barnauls. Thanks to them for sponsoring the podcast. Makers of, let's see if we can get that. Okay, there you go. Performance steel case ammunition. This is Subsonic 9. I've got some 300. I've got some 300 black over at the hacienda for you, babyface. Ooh, look at that Oh,
You got to shoot some.
Yeah, I just remember you.
Oh, you're
you got to get a 300 black at first.
I need an upper again. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Listen, this is episode 779 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I guess we're gonna do jazz hands without Dylan right now because I don't know what's going on with his thing. There you go, jazz hands. I hope you guys got your big girl panties on. We'll get it worked out here. We've our guest on this evening is gonna be Babyface P. There he goes. Is it doing double duty? What are you drinking?
This is my favorite local brew, Wakula Hefeweizen. It is from here in Gainesville, and it is very good.
Hefeweizen. What does that mean in German? Like,
You know, I wish I could tell you.
I
Big
can't-
old
I don't-
cow.
Okay. That's not what came to my mind, but
Weizen.
Hefeweizen, yeah.
Let's see what it means. Because German is one of those languages where what they say is super, like when you translate it to English, it's super specific.
Yes.
LV Louis Cipher says wheat beer is what that means.
That's what that means? No.
I guess so.
Oh, Hefe means wheat?
Hefe in German is yeast, and Weizen is, Weizen means wheat. So yeast wheat.
Yeast wheat.
Hefe is a German term for yeast, while Weizen means wheat.
Interesting.
So it's yeast wheat, yeasty wheat.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking something else with the Hefe part.
Of course you were.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Tasty, Hefeweizen is my, if anybody ever meets me at a bar, Hefeweizen is my go-to beer of choice.
Oh, okay, all right. And it's got
I
a
love
gator
it.
on it for some reason, even though it's about
Wakula.
Hefes?
Well, it's Wakula. It's made here in Gainesville.
Oh, that's a local brewery, I think.
Local
Okay.
brewery. First Magnitude is where it comes from.
Oh, all right. Respect that. Okay, listen, I'm gonna smash the open. We're gonna get into this here. We're gonna get DillSpec all sorted out here. He's probably got one. He's a young guy, but he's very paranoid, like lots of us gun guys are. And I think he's got some things turned off on his phone. Try restarting your phone.
Why is he
Before.
getting on a phone?
I think he's either coming in on a phone or a laptop. I have no idea.
If
I
he's
have
on
no
a
idea.
who joins a screen share on a phone?
Lots of
You
people.
better be on a laptop. I'm gonna start
Uh,
raising Cain around here.
oh, okay. I don't
People
know. You're
joining
gonna.
from phone.
It happens all the time. All the time.
Gosh,
Yeah, everyone's not all sophisticated like you, with your
it's not.
computer
Just get a laptop.
and your camera. We'll get it. We'll get it going here. I think did I do the open? I think I did the open.
You
I
did,
think I
yeah.
played it. Yeah. Did I?
I
Did I
think
play?
so.
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna do it now.
Let's
I'm
talk
gonna do it
about.
now.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange
Do that.
situation.
All right. Make sure you
Lifestyles
subscribe.
of
Smash the
Walt and
thumbs
Lola.
ups. Ring the bell so you can be notified when we go live. There you go. Ding a ling a ling. You know. The sounds of freedom ringing. Also, ding-a-ling, in case you don't know, since we're coming up with what words mean, you know what ding-a-ling is, right?
The same as ding dong.
Yes. Or in German, Schwatze. No, that's not German.
Schwanz.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I just like it. I think it sounds like it. Gotta watch out for your schwanz.
It's like Schwarzenegger means blacksmith or something like that. That's what
I could see
Schwarzenegger
it.
means.
I could
Yeah.
see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it. Very simple names back in the day.
Yeah.
You were named after what you did for a living.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you're the son of someone.
Son of blacksmith. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got a whole bunch of things going on here. Vanessa Kitty says I use my Galaxy Note phone to watch all the time.
Watching is totally different. I watch a lot of content from my phone or my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Joining a video chat from a phone, nothing worse than that.
Yeah. Well,
I deal with it all the time during my workday. Nothing
Yeah.
worse than that.
I don't know what's going on with Dylan, but Dylan is trying to rival. Who was it last week that like dialed in 100 times?
God.
Something black something Armory, right? What was that? What was that, Lola?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, he's always in the chat. Yeah, man, I'm terrible with names, so, is it, okay, whoever was our guest last week when we had Tyven on. So, I'm not sure what he's using, but we'll have to get it figured out.
Let's move to news.
Yes.
What's in the news today?
Lots of stuff, apparently. Everyone's talking about the news. Let's see, which news do you want to start from? Let's see.
I mean, if we're talking gun news, what was the thing from Texas today? Governor Abbott signed. He didn't sign anything. Did you see that thing come out this morning?
No, I've been waiting for Abbott to sign the open carry thing, but he's apparently playing politics on that one.
Greg Abbott. Where is it? I thought they said something today about him putting out a harshly worded letter, because that's really all it equates to, saying that the government needs to mind their own business and stay out of Texas. Basically, it was the government only can go as far as the Constitution. Anything else, keep it out of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
well, I mean, it's a strongly worded tweet. We'll see if that actually means anything. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what would be very effective, I think, if he signs the frickin'
Constitutional carry.
That might be effective a little bit. That might actually do something. So, there must be this particular thing that we're using, there must be some computer that it does not like when someone's
Just
using
roll with
that
it. Roll
computer.
with it. You can't keep harping.
No.
We're gonna talk about computers all night if we keep harping on it. Let's roll with it.
No, I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with it. Night Train says the Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to have a vote on David Chipman this Thursday.
I think it's at like 1:00.
There was a thing from GOA on that. Let me see if I can pull that up.
I hope. I can only hope that they don't have the numbers to push him through, because he is. I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst choice possible to put in that position.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, the only person you could do worse than that is putting Mother's Demand Action or whatever. No, what's it, MAD, the alcoholics group, the mom's alcoholic group, put
Mm-hmm.
them in charge of the ATF and see how that goes, you know?
It's yeah. I mean, they might be equal. I might see them
I
as
don't,
being
so I
an
don't,
equal thing. So
I've heard both sides. I've heard, the rumors that I've heard is that the Dems are confident that they can rally the votes to get him passed, and the pubs say, they don't think so. They don't think they have the votes to get him.
yeah, I don't
So
think
we'll
we can
see. I mean,
really, you know,
yeah,
yeah. I don't
Giffords
think,
herself. Yeah.
you know, I don't think
You are
that
not focused.
I do not think that we can rely on them. Yeah. So I'm still,
Um,
Dylan is still trying to dial in, and I'm trying to. I don't know what the issue is. So
have we been told what the issue is? Because
no.
if I don't
Yeah.
know what the issue is, we can't fix it.
Yeah. Is Dylan communicating anything to you, Lola?
No, nothing at all.
Okay. Trying to. He's just trying to dial in. He won't give up. So which is good. Which is good. We'll get
Yeah.
that worked out. I'm trying to find the GOA email because I knew I had that email.
Oh,
But
did they put it out today?
they did, yes, and I get a cajillion emails, so I'm like
Yeah.
scrolling like crazy through my emails right now, trying to find that email that I
Let me
got
see if I can find
from.
it. You
Oh
keep
wait,
doing
I
your
know,
thing.
I know what it is actually. I know where I got
Here,
it
is
from.
this one here? Urge your senators to reject Chipman for ATF.
Could be that. Could be
We have
that.
already told you this came out published today. Yes, we've already told you that David Chipman, the virulent anti-gunner who Joe Biden has nominated to the ATF, we've already told you of. The Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to have a vote on him this Thursday. That's why I need you to contact your senators once again, even if they are not on the committee. It is important that senators hear a groundswell of opposition forming against this horrific candidate. With the bill filibuster still in place, I'm sorry, with the Senate filibuster still in place, Joe Biden has only one route remaining by which he can go after your guns, and this is getting a malicious gun hater like Chipman to head the ATF. If the Senate were to confirm Chipman, that would open the door for the agency to ban AR-15s by fiat. Even former ATF director Michael Sullivan thinks that Chipman should be disqualified, and then they have an op-ed. And then they have a link in here. So if anybody wants to go, if you haven't contacted, I already did my senators. I need to contact them again tomorrow.
You did your senators? How was that? That's gotta be.
I mean,
I hope you
they
put
look
on
pretty best.
several different prophylactics.
Tat Cormac, she's okay. Gunowners.org. Yeah, if you go to GOA, it's like the first post on the top. I wish I
maybe
knew
that's what I
who
need to
actually
do.
sat on that board, because that's what I want to know. Or not board, whatever the committee. I want to know who sits in that committee.
Right, the particular people on there.
Yeah, because I would call each one of them in particular and tell them, hey,
Mm-hmm.
fuck this guy.
Yeah. Let me just go to the GOA site. That's probably the best way, like you said, to
Senate
share
Judiciary
this with
Committee. Here it is,
everyone.
Senate Judiciary Committee. Let's see who
just
sits
do
this.
gun owners.
Oh, God, this is a big, big committee. Oh, and guess who's on it? Dianne Feinstein.
Oh no.
And we're in the minority.
Oh, no.
Our ranking member is Chuck Grassley. In the minority is Lindsey Graham, John Cornyn, Michael Lee, Ted Cruz, Ben Sass, Joshua Haley, Tom Cotton, John Kennedy, Tom Tillis, and Marsha Blackburn.
Yeah. So here's the GOA thing, by the way. So here's the
Amy Klobuchar is in it. Richard Blumenthal, Maisie Hirono. God, Cory Booker. These are the worst people. This is the most
that's who they're going to put. Yes, of course.
Oh, God, this is the worst committee assignment. Can you imagine having to listen to those people ramble all day, every day?
Yeah. That's why I was kind of happy that that Noir threw that edit together of everything that went down over there. So no one's gonna bring up, I guess, the glory holes situation with him, or we're not gonna hear.
If it wasn't him, if it doesn't play into the political game, they're not gonna say it, because obviously he didn't run the glory hole. He may have partook, but
right, yeah.
They were all terrible. I know very few ATF agents that I've ever heard of that I like. And the one that I do like is ex ATF and says that they're a corrupt agency. So I guess that that says a lot, right?
Yeah, who are you talking about? Vince?
Sheffaloo.
Oh, Sheffaloo, yeah.
Sheffaloo's the only one I know of that is ATF, and he doesn't like them either because they are horribly corrupt.
Yeah, excuse me. I hope I was able to mute that quick enough. That's nice.
I didn't hear anything, so yeah, you're
awesome.
good.
Yeah, my allergies. There's so many things attacking me at the same moment here.
You'll be happy with the rain pouring through today because it should put the pollen out of the air.
I am not getting relief from my allergies, man. I thought we were over the allergy hump, and I was out of the woods.
Grass is in right now. Grass is the big.
Is that what it is?
The big hotness. Yeah, grass is the big hotness right now. Everything else is not supposedly not in season.
Yeah, Vanessa Kitty wants to know. This is a question on the whole Chipman conversation. Why can't any senator put a hold on the nominee like they do with other nominees? They seem to do that all the time. Republicans don't seem to know to be doing anything to slow nominees down.
See, I don't fully understand how the process works. I know that they have to go through the hearing process, which he already went through, and now it gets voted on. And if he passes this committee, then it goes to the Senate floor for a vote, which I'm pretty sure will get passed. I don't think they will turn him down on the floor. I think the best chance is him not leaving committee, but I don't know the likelihood of that. I have no idea how any of that,
Yeah. I don't think when it comes to a lot of this stuff, man. I think that personally, I don't have a lot of faith in Republicans. That's just what I'm going to tell you guys.
They're too out for themselves. The thing that I feel like is the Dems group together well enough to push things through, where the Republicans are they're too out for themselves. All they care about is winning re-election, where the Dems are somehow they just say screw it and push through crazy ass shit.
Yeah. And on the Democrat side, they don't care what they do. Let's see. It looks like we're getting video from Dylan. Let's see if we could show him in here.
Pelosi went and walked back all of the stuff that Omar said a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Illa and Omar. Yeah, there you go. Look at young Dylan figuring it out. You might want to go sideways with your phone. There you go. Boom. Can you hear us? Okay, I don't know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
There you go. You want to center that phone
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah. He's getting it worked out.
I'm fairly confident that he cannot hear us.
I don't think... there we go. Getting the phone situation worked out. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you. You're...
Okay, maybe we should take him off and continue while he gets his stuff situated.
Yeah.
Am I centered?
Yes, you are.
He can't
hear
us.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think there's an issue with my Wi-Fi or something because I just started using my phone with no Wi-Fi and I was finally able to get on because with the Wi-Fi like you all were buffering like every 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. That's an internet issue.
Yeah, definitely. And there he goes. And he's back.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah. Whatever's going on there in Kentucky with his internet, we could hear you. We could hear you. But yeah, he can't hear us.
No.
Yeah.
So back to politics though. The Ilhan Omar, did we talk about that stuff yesterday? I don't think we did.
I don't know
her comparing the U.S. to Hamas or whatever, and the Pelosi like gave her a slight spanking and then walked it right back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. They stick together like crazy. They're like glue.
Well, and they get
on your shoe.
Yeah, they get funded no matter what. That's the thing
that's crazy to me. Yeah.
No matter what happens, they get funded. Now, you know what's funny with Republicans? So a lot of corporations would split their money, right? Because they want to cover their bets and give money to Republicans, give it to Democrats or whatever. A lot of these corporations are actually pulling whatever money they gave to Republicans, which kind of serves them right. Kind of serves Republicans right. But it also shows you something. No matter what Democrats do, they'll keep funding them.
It doesn't matter, yeah. I still don't fully understand the end game of any of this. Because there's always an end game. What is our...
To subjugate,
you know what I mean?
Subjugate the people.
Is it? You think so? I mean...
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at... you look at what's Abuela, the Abuela girl. We didn't talk about her last night either.
Oh,
AOC.
yeah. Okay.
Did you see any of her news that came out with her poor grandmother's house in Puerto Rico, and how evil Trump wouldn't let the
Yeah, I think she was doing a GoFundMe for her grandmother, right?
Did you see the Oh, you haven't seen the next update, then, have you?
Yeah, go ahead.
A reporter went down there, found the house, and knocked on the door, and somebody reporting to be AOC's aunt answered the door and said, no, nothing that Trump did is wrong. The local government screwed us and didn't give us any of the assistance that had been sent to us already. So it completely went against her.
Yeah, where is this article? Why is this not pasted all over the internet? I wonder.
Again, I only watched it because it was on Louder with Crowder yesterday morning. Mm-hmm. But nobody's talking about it. Yeah, they went, they found it. The aunt was like, no, it's nothing to do with Trump. The local government did not give the aid out correctly. They hoarded it for themselves.
Of course.
A third world country.
Yeah.
Like a first world country, probably, too.
Puerto Rico, I think. This is how it goes down in Puerto Rico. Dylan, can you hear us? Let's try this. Can you hear us, Dylan? Let's see if we get
I don't know what I just pushed, but I can hear y'all now.
Oh, there we go.
Good. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, so then you just got to figure out a way to prop up your phone there, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, sorry about that. I screwed everything up tonight.
That's all right. You know, you got to adapt and overcome. You didn't give up. That's what's important. You know.
1 second.
Yeah. Okay.
Made my teeth itch.
Yeah. Dylan's still working it out. He's still working it. I'm laughing because, look, trust me, I am completely out of whack today, in case you don't know. It's not even,
I can tell.
It's not even Dylan. This is
probably,
the weather? It's the weather, my allergies, all kinds of stuff is going on, you know. I'm having a crazy day, to be honest. So you have to be the voice of reason.
I'm trying to be.
Babyface.
What else is going on?
You guys hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah. We're live, by the way, Dylan. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I think school has made me pretty unintelligent lately.
Yeah. All right. Well, so at least we got you in here now. You know, I see you're rocking a Magpul shirt, and you're getting kind of skinny. You know, I feel like you're...
I am, man.
Yeah. Are you not eating? What's happening here?
I eat a bunch, man. It's just my mom. She's got me on this. She's got my health to where, you know, I just digest my food really well.
I don't know what
that means.
Yeah. Your mom has you on a diet? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I eat whatever. I'm like Eddie Murphy, man, on the Nutty Professor now. I'm Buddy Love. You know, when he gets real skinny and he eats whatever he wants.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you know, you're messing around with those cougars too much. When they got you skinny,
that's the whole thing,
you got to
man.
take a break, man. At least 2 days a week, you got to sleep and, you know, get some rest. You know, you can't go 7 days a week. I don't care how young you are.
You know, it's funny though. It seems like the skinnier the better to some of them.
Yeah, but you know,
yeah.
Yeah, that's them. We're concerned about keeping you healthy here. You know, that's the thing. So, good to finally get you on here. We were talking about, I don't know, Patrick. What were we talking about? AOC?
Politics. Nancy Pelosi.
Politics,
AOC.
I heard you mention something about David Chipman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. He's getting voted on Thursday.
And he needs to be investigated for lying to Congress about losing his service
weapon. Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen though. It doesn't look like any of that's gonna happen, right?
Nope.
This is
Well, he takes his job pretty seriously. You know, he can't hold on to his own gun.
The story, for anybody that wasn't aware of this, the story is that, as with all law enforcement agencies, any agency that issues a weapon, even people that issue you laptops, tell you do not leave your crap in your car, because what gets broken into most likely is your car. He left his service arm in his trunk or something, and car got broken into and got stolen. His pistol got stolen.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not I know there's probably people here that are big believers of leaving guns in the car. I actually don't believe in that.
No. Don't leave your gun in your car.
Now let me ask this: Did he report that stolen? That doesn't sound like a very responsible, sensible.
He would have had to have reported it, but we're not getting to see his service record. That's what it is, right? That's the last
thing
place
that's
I left
sketchy
off.
to me.
Yeah.
Anybody that gets put up for a position typically just gives away their service record because they're usually exemplary.
You want to be the head of the ATF.
Yeah, we want to see your service record, and he told him flat out no.
Yeah, you want to head the agency that background checks people every time they try to buy a gun.
And we can't see your service record at all.
Right.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
That was the thing that got me. I didn't realize that I didn't realize that he could say no about handing over his record. I wonder if you could Freedom of Information Act that.
Yeah, by the time that happens, by the time we get that,
I guarantee you, all of Trump's nominees had to hand over their stuff, because on the other side they go crazy. Yeah, it's not in their favor.
Yeah, Jen Champ Jr. says your car is not a holster. Yeah, so maybe we should have this conversation and see who out there. By the way, everyone, smash the thumbs ups. Who out there believes in leaving guns in the car? I didn't look at the video, but I thought I saw that, what's the name of the big gun YouTuber? Demo Ranch. Didn't he leave some guns in his car recently and also get guns stolen?
I have no idea. I stopped watching that guy when he...
I don't know why I saw that headline, but it was a headline I saw in a video. It was a headline that I saw. Let me see.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't want to say I don't look at Demo Ranch videos. If there's something that I thought was really cool, I would watch it.
I don't watch gun content hardly anymore.
Yeah, let me see. 10 million subscribers for jeez. Heebie-jeebies. Holy bejeebus.
And I don't watch his stuff either, and to be honest, I hate to say
I mean, check that out. That's 10 million. 10 million.
Yeah. I wish he would use his platform to,
ain't gonna happen.
Talk about the 2A, but he's too uncontroversial.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think somebody making that kind of money is willing to risk their massive income to push any sort of controversial topic? I'm very impressed. Brandon Herrera has been
he's the man.
He's been talking about Chipman on his channel, which is super impressive. That guy is legit. We all know that.
Yeah. Ultimately, if you are making a ton of money, I guess, I'm not trying to speak for everyone out there, and you could buy all the guns you want and all that other stuff, I guess, you would not talk about that either. Maybe I don't know, but that's not me.
No, this is the disease. This is that whole, when magazines were about to get banned years ago, this is the whole, well, I got 52 of them, so I'm not too worried about it. I got mine. This is that same disease.
It's gonna come back in lots of ways. It's not just for gun guys. Like the fact that car guys don't speak up for freedom, and lots of other people in other genres of YouTube don't stand up for freedom. When they get rid of us as gun guys, they'll get rid of you too. It's coming.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not the only ones.
They don't worry about themselves until they're on the chopping block.
Yeah. Listen, Off the Ranch is freaking 4 million subscribers, by the way.
Do you know how much money he's making?
I think that video is on Off the Ranch. See, he says someone broke into my truck. Now, I don't know if he lost any guns. I didn't look at the video. If someone's seen the video, let us know. Oh, here we go. Boss Hog says, no, Hank, he only got his bags stolen and laptop. But there you go. So this is a good reason why you don't keep guns in the car. If your laptop gets stolen, you might only wind up like Hunter Biden. What's up?
WMMF Arms agrees with you. He says, "Stupid to leave your guns in a car ever."
Yeah, where is that?
Ken is out there in the chat.
I don't see it yet in my scroll, but okay.
You already missed it. We both already missed it.
I
I
mean,
saw
Is
this
it
video.
way back?
I totally agree. The only way I could see maybe is if like you're stopping somewhere like where you absolutely like if you're about to go on a plane or something where you just can't you can't take your gun with you or something like that, and you got to leave it in the car like in the parking lot. I guess I could see
I've
that,
left
but in
them.
most cases,
I've left mine. I've had to travel to California a couple times, and I've always left them at home because I'm like, I'm not risking it. I feel like one of the greatest places to break into cars is at an airport. Like nobody pays attention to that. Nobody's watching them. So, no, I always, anytime I travel, if I can't take it, I leave it. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain situations where it's going to happen. I'm with you on that. If you go to the post office and technically, and I
Here
don't
it is.
ever
He says,
break.
"Open your eyes, Hank."
Yeah, I don't. I don't break any laws, but if you go to the post office, you're not supposed to go in there armed. So you could, take your gun and put it and lock it up in something or whatever. Don't say it.
I will
Don't say it,
never tell
Patrick.
anybody to break the law, but concealed is concealed.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that situation.
Yeah. Yes. So let's see here. I just think it's not a good idea. I know there are a lot of people who do that or whatever. Probably not a good.
That's a
Probably
no
not
for
the best
me.
thing to do. But do whatever you want to do. If you do
That's a
get
no.
broken into, if you do leave guns in your vehicle, and your vehicle gets broken into, you better freaking report that immediately. All those guns you
Yeah,
had in there.
don't come complaining.
I will say this: at the place that I work at, we get one call every week about someone saying they need the serial number of the gun they bought from us because their gun got stolen, and it's always because they left it in the car. And that's why I said probably 95% of the time I would never do that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Kathleen Music Lover wants to talk about God and Guns channel said military weapons showing up in crimes in
I saw
in
that.
North Carolina, I think.
I have a feeling, reading through the article, it was 50-something weapons.
Yeah.
That's it. I have a feeling this is, statistically, that is tiny in my mind. Obviously, nothing should go unaccounted for in an armory.
Right.
To me, it feels like mountains out of molehills. It feels like somebody coming after folks to be, I don't know, look how dangerous it is. Even the military can't handle their firearms right.
Well, so first of all, I would deal with it like this way, like to figure out what happened. So this article here says at least 56 military weapons stolen or lost from North Carolina bases in last decade. AP finds. So that's just the North Carolina bases, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's one story that they're talking about in here about one situation where that was used. It says, pulling a pistol from his waistband, the young man spun his human shield towards the police. Don't do it. Pursuing officer pleaded. The young man complied, releasing the bystander and tossing the gun, which skittered across the city street and then into the hands of the police. They soon learned that the 9mm Beretta had a rap sheet. Bullet casings linked it to 4 shootings, all of them in Albany, New York, and there was something else. The pistol was U.S. Army property, a weapon intended for use against America's enemies, not on its streets. So I'm just reading a little bit of that article to you guys.
Okay, so question there, though, and I wouldn't put it past the media to get this wrong. Was it U.S. Army property marked? Because there are plenty of surplus firearms out there that are marked, like 1911s, shitloads of them out there that say U.S. Army. Is the media going to say that, oh, that gun was a military gun? Or was it actually stolen from an armory? They don't make that clear.
Yeah, I would have to deep dive into it.
We would have to call and verify with the police department.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that. But I don't trust media sources hardly at all. I wouldn't put it past them to get that info wrong.
So
Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I think everyone can take it. People could take it and spin this from whatever side they want to. So I'm guessing on the left, or the folks who want to ban guns could spin it and say, okay, this is why we got to ban all guns. The military can't have it. The police can't have it. No one can have it because these people can't secure it. And then on our side, I'm sure people will spin it and rightly, in my opinion, say, look, I mean, you can't stop these things from just getting out there. So if you take it away from us law-abiding people and say only the military and police could have it, they're still going to be out there. Probably even more so. They're going to become more valuable, and people will find ways to find them. And this is why, if things are getting stolen or going missing, that's happening, right?
And good point here, though, is did they talk about who the perp was? Was he allowed to have a gun anyways? I'm betting not.
I would have to scroll down there. Hootie Who shouting us out. Hootie Who says, just saw Roy from Brownells here in Tennessee. He said to tell you hi. Okay, shout out to Hootie Who and Roy from Brownells.
I got some insider Brownells info I got to talk to you about, Hank.
Uh-oh.
Did you see who their new brand ambassador is?
Yes. Why? I did actually. I saw him on Instagram. And if I was not a horrible person who forgets everyone's names,
Mike Grantham.
Oh, Grantham is their new?
Grantham. Yeah. He's their new brand ambassador. He left some old other company.
I didn't see that.
Some unlimited company, and he's no longer repping them, and is now repping Brownells. But
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to talk to you about it afterwards. I got insider knowledge.
Oh boy. Yeah.
No, Mike. I'm not talking shit. Grantham. I like Grantham.
Yeah. K&M Arms says Hank will have to circle back on that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. Babyface sideswiping me with that one. Where was I? No, there's a new.
Hot.
Yeah, there's a guy. There's a new guy who. Let me see if oh man, I can't find it now. But there's a guy who worked at Brownells for a long time. Forgive me, Roy, and Brownells dude, because I can't remember your name right now. But he. I saw a post on Instagram where he said that he did his last day in the warehouse, and now he's coming over to. He's working with Roy.
Oh, cool.
On the marketing side.
Really
that's
awesome.
That's who I thought you were talking about. Not
No. Literal brand ambassador.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool. Moving to probably the best job in the whole damn place. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've met Roy now a couple times, I think, and he seems to have the best gig at the whole shebang.
Yeah. Hootie Who says Garantham is filthy rich. That's my insider knowledge.
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about anyone in the gun world's financial situations. So
I know that I just splurged on that night vision parts kit, and Marley was like, "You're not buying anything for the next 2 months," and I was like, "Okay." And then I told her, I was like, "Well, also I need a bump helmet, and I need a Wilcox thing so you can put the night vision on it," and I was like, and she's like, "How much is all that going to be?" I was like, $600. She was like, "No, you're not now." It's like, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
One day we will be Grantham rich.
Yeah.
This is way off topic, but I may need some advice on some night vision stuff, because that's what I'm looking to get into in the future. I don't know a lot about night vision.
Well, you are in luck, sir. I just bought a PVS 14 parts kit and a tube, and hopefully they will both be here next week, and I'm going to do a video on putting it together, and then we're going to be talking night vision for a while, because I'm hot on night vision.
I've got a hard head veteran's helmet, a really good helmet that will accept night vision. But I just, it's something I want to get into in the future. I just figured I better get the helmet, because they can't really ban night vision. It just they might, but the other stuff would probably go first.
Yeah, The night vision is also the super expensive part. So
right.
And I built kind of the lowest end tolerable. It was Gen 3, so it still has quality. I didn't want to go Gen 2 because it's not quite good. And mine is going to end up being right at $2,000. So it's, no matter how you go at it, it's an expensive hobby to get into.
Right.
And then talk bump helmet, Wilcox mounts, all the crazy accessories. What else was there? If you actually want to shoot under NVGs, you need to have a laser. Those things are $1,000 a piece. So it's an expensive thing to get into.
Is that what you can see through your red dot through it?
Shooting.
Go ahead.
Shooting
I'll answer
Gallery
it.
NE said is Smoke and Pews on IG, and I hear what you guys are talking about, but I'm highly distracted by my search.
I can tell.
By my search thing. Smoke and Pews?
He's the new Brownells guy.
Let me see if I could find that.
Well,
Nope,
maybe I'll get
nothing
acquainted.
Nothing found there. Okay. I'm trying to
Dylan, what were you saying?
find that. I don't know. Smoke.
Oh,
So-
I was saying,
so
like, with the laser, will you be able to see it through your optic?
So no, so yeah, with laser, you don't even need to look through an optic. You
Okay.
kind of
There.
under chicken wing your rifle, hit the laser, and then you fire like that because it's really hard with nods to get
Right.
behind your red dot.
Right.
So laser is kind of the best way to go, from what I hear. And this is remember, I'm just getting into this; it's brand new. So yeah. And then yes, 42 chilled to Civi laser suck. Yeah, I'm not buying the Civi laser. I'm not going to go any deeper on that, but I'm not buying the
Right.
Civi laser.
I can totally see for me like wanting one for like a primary setup, but I could not see being able to put that on like every gun you own because of the cost.
Nope. There are guys obviously that do it, but yeah, my plan is to have like a primary setup, and for now run this PVS 14 that I'm buying and putting together. And then eventually, when I can get more money together, I'd probably do a second PVS 14 in white phosphor, and have this one as like a backup or one that you can like give to friends to play with, things like that. Have one for Hank because Hank's not going to buy one.
No.
Well, I'll have to stay
You're still
updated on that,
distracted.
'cause it's-
I'm trying to
something I
find
need
the
to get
Smoke
on.
and Pews guy. I'm trying to
Sorry,
figure out
Dylan,
how
what was
to,
that?
to spell that. Oh, here we go.
Dylan, what'd you say?
I finally found it. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on.
No, we're talking. You were
No!
going to interrupt conversation.
I don't want to hear any more night vision. All I hear is wah 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 wah.
You're going to
night
interrupt
vision.
conversation for something that's so unimportant.
All I hear is woo 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 woo. Night vision. Okay, check it out.
You wait till we put those nods on you, and you're going to be like, "Yeah, it was pretty damn cool."
Smoke and Pew. That's right. Cody Hinton. That's who. That's who it is. This dude right there. So we should see this guy hanging out with Roy pretty soon. So shout out to him.
Pretty
over
sure he's
there,
got the
Barnauls.
best gig there. Roy's. Every time I look at Roy's Instagram, I'm always super jelly because he is always out and about having fun.
Yeah, but Roy is like a genuine gun guy, man. He has his specific kind of guns that he's into. You know, I think he's into all guns, like most gun guys should be. But I know he's into the big bore And he's
guns,
also elephant guns.
In the times that I have met him, he's also an extremely nice person to deal with, which makes it even better.
He's very nice, and he is he specializes in getting you drunk.
I haven't experienced that. We only shot that time, so I haven't tried.
Yeah,
that.
well, no, and usually I don't get drunk or anything like that. But if you need to, Roy
can help.
That's his superpower. He can help you get there. K&M
Arms says Hank is looking at the booty dance.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm going to go back to my search one more time. I'm just going to search just to.
We're going to see what comes up.
No, you guys can't see what comes up in my searches. Obviously, you all can't handle it.
Okay.
You can't handle what comes up in my searches. No,
I think my search bar is a lot worse, Hank.
Yeah.
DillSpec search bar is all cougars, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. So, yeah, it's always interesting to see like what is in someone's search bar at any given moment.
My autofill. I wouldn't show that to the public.
Yeah. No, here's the question. Would you show when you go to do a search on your IG, would you show that when it's blank? Would you show that to your wife? So that is the question.
It's always the same stuff. So I got some avalanche thing, a chick, 2 dogs, a guy and an Asian girl.
Oh, let's see. Put it up to the screen.
That looks like Safety Harbor.
Put it up to the
I have
screen.
one
Let's
from
see
Safety Harbor.
No, let's see the reel. Let's see the reel here.
Wait, that way.
Why do you? Oh, you got muscle-bound black guys on there. Who is that? That's a boxer dude or something. You got dogs. Yeah.
Come on, focus. Not that way. That way.
There we go.
It'll
Right
focus.
there. Okay. Right there. There you go.
I'm messing it up.
There's like one chick. There's one chick in your thing. I see
That's
like a
Safety
couple
Harbor
of dogs.
Firearms.
Yeah, but your first thing is dogs.
Yeah, I
So
post
you're-
Buck a lot, and
Yeah.
I do like dogs of Instagram a lot, so I probably That's why.
Yeah, you're a genuine. You're a genuine. Here's mine. Here's mine. No one is ready for this. And hold on.
Banana hammocks everywhere.
Here we go. That's mine. That's what's in my thing.
That doesn't surprise me in the least.
I don't know why. These other things are Oh, there's Rand.
What is
this
the
is Rand.
teeth?
I don't know what that is about.
Why are we looking at?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about. There's some wrappers in there.
Do you, Dylan? You can answer this too. Do you guys actually like search for stuff on Instagram? Because I don't. I subscribe to a couple people, and then once every couple hours, I'll just kind of thumb through, see what's new, and then put it away. Like I don't sit and look a whole lot.
No.
I'm really new to Instagram, so I kind of do just because I'm still learning how to use it, but which is bad for my age.
Yeah. Social media is just completely a tool for me, man. I get on there and get in and out basically.
It's really bad that I've gotten to the. Oh, this is going to sound terrible, but whenever I see something posted that I'm somewhat interested in, or I don't comment just to leave an innocuous comment now. I comment thinking, I wonder if people will see this and come find my channel.
Oh,
I'm totally serious, too.
You know what that makes you? A whore.
Oh, I am.
But in a good way. In a good way.
I'm like, let's start the conversation and then come over to my channel.
Yeah. Boss Hog says he gets big booties, airplanes, and guns.
That's not a bad combo.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's on mine. It depends on... My car one is probably worse. That's Hank Strange. So I've got different... I've got one for the podcast, one for Hank Strange, and one for Stranger Palooza. And
I don't have the... I don't have the brain width.
I don't think you guys want to see... The Stranger Palooza one's probably worse. You don't want to even see that.
That's probably... With the Stranger Palooza?
I've got a Stranger Palooza Instagram. Hold on, let me see if I can
Yeah, but that's worse. That's the car one.
So here we go. I don't even know what's going to be on there, so forgive me for whatever you see.
Worse?
So here's Stranger Palooza. I'm going to hit search, and
wow,
boom.
Yeah. How is that? How is that?
I don't know. I get distracted when I go to post car stuff.
I see that.
There was one car. There's like three car things in there. There was 3 car things in that. I get distracted. No. Listen, social media is no good for you. Let's just put it that way.
No.
Yeah. It's no good for you. You got to get in and out. Walter says cute kittens. Okay. Yeah. Anyone who's trying to say that all they're getting is cute kittens on there, I don't even believe
I'm looking
that.
for cute kittens, but I go to different websites for that.
Yeah. So if we see Dylan right now, it's like I hope they don't make me show them my search thing because it's gonna be all.
I got an excuse because I'm doing this from my phone.
He's on his phone. He can't. That's right.
Right. Yeah. Luckily for you. All right, so yeah, let's see. Listen, since we've got Dylan here, let's get into a little bit conversation here with Dylan. I newly acquired. This is a gun thing. I promise you guys, it's a gun thing. I newly.
Story.
Patrick is you can't start laughing, Patrick. You're gonna make me laugh. So I recently acquired a what the hell was that thing I acquired now? The Hudson
H9.
Yeah, I recently acquired a Hudson H9 thanks to DillSpec. Do you know where I'm going with this, DillSpec? What's the name of your boss at the gun store? Let's shout out the gun store first of all. What's the name of the boss over there?
Gun stores, everything concealed carry, ECC Guns, Louisville, and
Yep.
My boss's name is Stacy Woods.
Okay, shout out to Mr. Stacy Woods. And I do really appreciate these guys. Let me see if I can run in some pictures.
It was a good deal.
Yeah, it was a good deal.
Can we talk price? Is that? I don't know if they gave you a special discount or anything.
There's the Hudson right there. Look at that. The Hudson. The gun was in good shape, right, Patrick? That was in good shape.
The gun was, yes.
Yeah, the gun was definitely.
Yeah, I got that part right. I was so focused on that, I missed out on other shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but
by the time I smelled it, well, I can't jump ahead. You got to finish the story.
Yeah, so DillSpec has been on the show before, and he's talked about it, and he said, "Hey, you know what, Hank? If something you're looking for comes in, I'll keep a lookout." And I think you heard me talking about the Hudson 9, right?
Yeah, you had told me that's one you were looking for, and I think you were looking for one after they went out of business, so there just wasn't Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't seen any, but like there weren't many available after they were blown out, I guess.
Yeah. So K&M, of course, Ken wants to know why. Because so first of all, Patrick got one, which made me a little bit jealous, but we've both been looking for one.
I love mine.
Yeah. We've been looking for one. He got a really good deal on it. So yes, they first of all, when they came out with those guns, they spent way too much money. They put too much money into the box, into building the gun and all of that, and all the marketing and everything. They mismanaged it. They went out of business. And when they first went out, it seemed to me very interesting. And guns like that is the first gun from a company, and it has this crazy story that happens. That kind of piques my interest so far as collecting. And what was the price when they first went out of business? You remember that? Remember someone was blowing those guns out at like...
They blew them out for $800 a piece.
Was it 8? I thought it was like 5. I thought we saw something for 5, but we couldn't pull the trigger. We couldn't get there fast enough.
No, I think it was 8 because I was like, yeah, 8? That's a good price. I'd pay 8.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the cheapest I ever saw, which it wasn't like a buy it now. We had someone do a transfer, like where they bought it off Gunbroker and had it sent to the store. And I think I saw someone got a used one for like $680 something, but that was before all the fees and everything. So I think he did pretty good.
I had a stellar deal. I had a local guy sell his, and he said he didn't want any more, with 2 extra magazines, so a total of 5 mags for $600.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
You can't beat that.
I jumped on that. I was like, oh, absolutely, I'm taking that with me.
That's a spanking deal. Let me see. Night Train says, I think the Hudson will go down as the Edsel of the handgun world. Guess what? An Edsel Ferrari is a collector's item today.
Razor JZB says, Hudson patent parts and rights were bought out by Daniel Defense last June. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a little bit of insider knowledge from somebody that I know there. Supposedly they're reworking it a little bit. The polymer was supposed to be a thing, but supposedly they have completely moved away from the original design. And I don't know what happened, but somebody decided, no, let's pull back and go back somewhat to the original
metal
design.
Yeah. So when
to metal. No, they were changing everything. It was going to look like a Hudson, but not really be a Hudson at all.
Really? Oh.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. So supposedly
I don't mean to go off topic here, Hank, but if you mind me saying, when that gun first came in, like I like contacted you immediately, but like as soon as it came in, like we had a couple customers look at it and say, "Oh, what's this?" I just said, "Oh, you can't have it."
Yeah, that's right. It's like, this belongs to Hank Strange, biatch.
Basically.
Keep stepping. So yeah, listen. So maybe we'll see Daniel Defense come out with it. I know that that Daniel Defense does have the rights to it. They're probably, Daniel Defense is not going to put that gun out, and there's problems with it. So it's going to be nice when it comes out. And just that alone, it'll be the one that Daniel Defense puts out. It's probably going to be a collectible type of deal, just because it is Daniel Defense. But then I think that's going to kick up the market for the original Hudson.
The pre-DD ones will be worth money.
Yeah.
I think
it's kind of like the Colts before CZ buys them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with their market. But no, I think one of the problems that Daniel Defense ran into is they looked at what it would cost for them to produce it and found that it was horribly expensive. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But they own it all right now.
K&M Arms says, but will it work? They have issues.
Mine has never failed. Mine has always gone boom, even with the suppressed barrel that is kind of shit. The barrel that they designed is not very great.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Kathleen Music Lover. What's a mag go for? I don't even know, and I don't want to know. I have interest.
Their mags like $60.
Really? Okay, because I thought their mags that they were using were familiar with, like, in relationship to other guns.
They're not the same though. You can't interchange them. You have to cut a new. You have to cut a new magazine, a thumb release.
What is it similar to? What's the magazine is similar to?
Smith & Wesson 6909 or whatever. 59. No, it's the Smith & Wesson 59 series. 5900 series.
Oh, okay.
So it's the 9mm all steel, some aluminum.
Steel frame.
Yeah, steel frame 5900 series.
Yeah.
In which I have a 5900 magazine out there, and I screwed with it and got it to kind of work, but I never took it to the point of perfecting it. I played with it enough to because it was like a $15 magazine. It was cheap, old used mag, and I played with it to the point where I was like, yes, conceptually this would work if I ever wanted to do it, and then I just kind of gave up on it because I was like, I would have to put a lot of effort to get that last.
Yeah, if you got five freaking magazines, you're good anyway.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I had to get a crap load of magazines, so I was like,
Yeah. And listen, there's probably still going to be magazines out there. Although, Dylan, you're saying that the Hudson magazines are going for like $60?
I just saw that on Gunbroker. It could be inflated. I don't know.
Okay.
I just saw that just because I was just looking at it, like when yours came in to get some more information, because that was the first one I'd literally seen in the store for probably about 14, 15 months is when the last one came in.
Yeah. But it's not a Glock or something like that, so I'm fine as long as I have.
You don't need a ton of mags. If it comes with 3, that's probably good.
Yeah, you're not gonna run and gun that gun hard.
No.
It's gonna be cleaned and put away.
Especially with how his has a special scent to it that I was unaware of.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
Well, Hank doesn't shoot anything anymore. Hank has this great. Well, he's got a good gun collection. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And when's the last time you've gone to the range for fun? To your backyard.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
Well,
it's always to shoot something that we have in there that we have to do, that we have to get videos done on it or something like that, or someone else's gun, something like that.
Hank
with how you're busy and how tight ammo is, I don't blame you.
See, that's the other problem is ammo is so tight right now. I don't want to go blasting a bunch of ammo if I don't have to.
Yeah.
But I have to set days aside every couple months where a friend and I go to Hank's place and shoot. And I am not filming today. I'm just coming to enjoy the afternoon and shoot. Like, we have to schedule that otherwise.
This is how bougie. I'm glad you brought this up, Patrick, because now I can get at you. You do
the same thing.
Patrick is so bougie. He's like, I have to make sure I set aside time to just go shoot the gun for the gun.
Because if I don't, I have to film. Yeah. You have ruined... Yeah. No, I'm going to dig at you because you've ruined me. You've ruined me because I can't waste time there.
You're supposed to always work. You're supposed to always work.
Exactly. You have ruined me.
Like, listen, Patrick will actually... This is unheard of. Patrick will actually take time to go out with his wife for dinner. You savage.
How unbelievable.
Yeah, I'll hit Patrick up. Listen, we got stuff to do. No, I'm going to dinner.
Yeah, we got dinner plans.
Yeah. So
listen, she just let me spend $2,000 on a night vision. I gotta keep her happy somehow.
Yes, I know it's part of the plan. I know this. It's part of the plan. Walter says the Hudson is not a Ferrari. Okay, let me explain something to you. Well, I don't know why people are so. Yeah, I don't know why people are so mad at the Hudson. It's the story. To me, the story. Let me tell you guys my story of the Hudson. When this gun came out, SHOT Show. These guys spent a lot of money. At SHOT Show, they did Media Day. First of all, they had the biggest booth at Media Day, which is out in the desert. You know, you can shoot the guns and everything. These guys hired... Oh, yeah, they hired, like, some top executives from other companies. There were people running, like, marketing and stuff like that who came from Glock. Okay? So they were there, and I did a video. I have a video on my channel from that SHOT Show where they released this gun. I went out there. It was a husband and wife, and I think they were both in the military. They're cool people. I like them, and I remember the husband saying to me in the video, "Oh, Hank Strange, I know who you are. Watch your videos, also." It's in the video. You know, so it was a cool story. I think everyone talked about it. There were people who hated it, but just the amount of money they spent, even on the show floor, on the convention show floor, they had a big booth. There was just a ton of money. I think they were in magazines. They were in everything. Everyone was hating. People over here were loving. It's awesome. They couldn't. They didn't make that many of these guns. The damn box is like you're getting an iPhone. What happened to? Well, I don't know what happened to Dylan.
No idea.
He hit the wrong button. Yeah. So I have no idea. But. It was an incredible story, right? It was an incredible story. How long did it take before Hudson went out of business?
A year, like 1 year.
Yeah, they probably burned through more than $20 million.
I think it was just that. I thought that from what I had read in their lawsuit, they had burned through 18 and a half.
Yes. Yeah.
That.
Can you imagine this? Okay, just think about this for a second.
No,
These
I
people
can't.
never made a gun before. They didn't start by, oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a kit for a gun. We're gonna make the mags. You know what? We'll make sights or a trigger. No, they went to the whole gun. They never made a gun before. They burned through at least $20 million. That's legendary. Then remember, a whole bunch of people had sent in their guns to get something fixed on it.
80 of them. There are 80 that I
But
don't know.
how many of those guns did they make in the first place? Did they make 1,000 guns?
Can't be that many.
The people who I knew that worked for them doing stuff told me they didn't even get guns.
3. They made just under 3,000 is what I...
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, with that number, that's fairly rare.
Yeah,
There's
that
only-
is.
supposedly, there's
If
only
you compare that to
3,000
Ferrari, if you compare it to Ferrari like Walter's doing, it's above a Ferrari. It's in Zonda territory or Bugatti territory or something like that. In
that
uniqueness.
everybody's saying, "Holy shit, 18 million!" Yeah,
Yeah.
I could come up with a good design and market it. And I don't.
Patrick,
feel like
I
you don't
will
need to
strangle
hire-
you if you get your dad to give you $20 million and you spend
right?
all of that on the first gun you put out. You are getting strangled.
I don't understand how you mismanaged that bad.
Yeah,
I feel like
crazy.
you had 18 million to spend.
Mhm.
You didn't even need the crazy marketing. There were already people like coming to you. Forgotten Weapons was coming just to see the history of the gun.
Yeah,
It didn't need all.
they could have gone a little slower. They should have
There's Dylan, he's back.
put it out in a paper bag. The box probably cost. What do you think that box is? Look at the packaging of this gun. That is
It's like
a couple.
$300 box.
At least a
It is-
$300 box.
It's an expensive box. It's got
I
magnets
hate
in
to
it.
Look at
say
that
this.
box. Look at this box.
Yeah, it's so over
I
designed,
hate to say
overbuilt.
this,
And by the
I
way,
hate
my
that they-
serial number is 7070. What?
Mine is 666.
Get out.
It's like something 666. Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah,
I hate
that's
to
cool.
say
It
this
was-
because I hate that they went out of business, but if the NRA was a gun company, they would have been Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I hate to say it. I mean, they blew
Walter
through
says
the
you
funds.
need to take your meds.
James Miller
Shout out
says
to Walter, the Strybog King.
yes. Well, James Miller says, why does BFP sound like his mic is turned, or like the sound is coming from another microphone?
I'm sitting way far back because I'm
Oh, that's
lazy.
why.
But
Okay.
no, it's the right microphone. I'm just listen. How about this? I'll pick it up and I'll
Oh,
just sit
Lord.
back like this. I'll
Yeah.
talk like this the whole time. The sultry voice.
Don't go. Oh God. There we go. Smooth jazz on the beach.
Smooth jazz.
Right now, Rod Mills. Rod Mills is getting moist right now. Oh, stop. We can't go on like that. K&M says he would have just put the money in his pocket and walked. This is too good a story to not own a piece of this kind of
That's what I
firearms
feel.
history.
No, I want to say that it will be a gun on Forgotten Weapons in 15 years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes. And as 42 Chilled is saying, and the smoke scent was extra. So I got the gun.
Yeah,
from
so there.
Damn straight.
I appreciate Dylan, okay, and some concealed carry for everybody. What's the name of the
Everything can still carry.
Everything concealed carry. Stacy, that's the owner, right? Look at that. I'm just my brain cells are starting to fire up right now.
Yeah, it took an hour to get you.
Yeah,
this breakdown.
those guys got me a really good deal. I really appreciate it. They got it shipped out really fast. I think from the day
I was
they shipped
surprised
it,
how
I got
big
it.
came in.
I didn't even know it was like sitting out there. Patrick, this is how obsessed he is with this gun. He's texted me, "Hey, did you get that gun yet?" I was like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about?" I
She's
checked.
like, "Oh, let me check the tracking," and it's like, it's supposed
Outside.
to be at the door right now.
Yeah, when you told me to call you, I was like, when you were talking about the gun you got, and I'm like, damn, is it there already?
Yeah. So I got the gun. I opened up that box and whew, cigarette smoke. It's like it's the thing. Oh man, listen, I'm a car guy. When like if I rent a car, and like rental companies, you're not supposed to smoke in there. I guess apparently it's just like hotel rooms.
No, you're not supposed
This is
to.
what I hate about hotel
People
rooms.
do.
Yeah, they always threaten me. For some reason, I'm at the desk. They're threatening me about smoking. I don't smoke. Then I go to the hotel room, and it's like someone is in there smoking right now in this hotel room. So that's what happened with that box. So
last time I was in Texas, I actually had to go to the front desk and be like, "Can you change me rooms?" They're like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Somebody smoked in that room, and I can't sleep in there." They had to like move me.
Yeah, it's really.
But no, that was that box, 100%.
Yes. So the box was, man. Dylan? Are you a chain smoker? Is that why you're getting skinny? Is that what was happening to that box while you were guarding that box for me? You were chain smoking.
Hank, things are so
Has to
hard to
admit
come
to
by
it.
for me with, guns and every other thing I like is so expensive. That's all I would need would be another expensive habit. So no, I don't.
Yeah.
No. So Ray Bazzolo says Hank tried Nature's Miracle disinfectant stain and odor remover. Pet supply store have it. Works awesome.
It's Lola aired it out in front of out in the cottage. I think it's pretty steep.
It's getting better. Yeah. So here's what I did, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to do it for a couple of weeks. I know Walter said to leave it outside, but I'm not
right
doing
now
that.
because it is storming out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's pouring rain out here.
Every now and then, when you stop talking, we can hear it come through your microphone, the dingly dingle on your roof.
Yeah. Imagine me leaving a Hudson H9 outside for a couple of months.
We were just talking about leaving a gun in your car.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I will make a Florida man story out of that. So here's what I did, and I'm experimenting with it. So I have a what the hell is that thing? Dehumidifier in the cottage, and I have it sitting behind it, so the dehumidifier draws in air, takes the moisture out of it, and then it catches the moisture in a bucket. So I have it sitting in the side where it's drawing in the air, hoping that it just, while it's doing that, it sucks all the smoke smell out of that.
We need to do a video on the Hudsons, and we need to dual wield them. We need to
Dual wielding?
You can only see one hand right now. Hold on, wait. No.
Yeah, hold on. Dual wielding? Yeah. Do you think you could... You know what would be the challenge? Can you dual wield a Hudson and hit
anything
while you're shooting? Like, that's the tough thing.
I've only ever dual wielded one gun. It was 2 Beretta M9A3s, and it was pretty much impossible to control.
Yeah.
Because your brain is fighting for like iron sights. It's an awful thing.
Yeah. Jen Champ says, "Oh great, this Hudson can't get wet. Also send it back." No. Okay. So I'm going to leave a gun outside for a couple of months. I mean, the squirrels will start doing frickin' drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? Like, does anyone understand like, am I not getting through? I'm not gonna leave it. I'm not gonna leave it outside. You know?
No.
I'm just not gonna do it,
Of all the things I checked for on that damn gun, I knew there was something that I missed.
No, listen, it's cool. I'm glad.
There's nothing you could have done.
No.
You
I
just
know
could have
that.
warned him, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's great. It adds to the story. I will forever remember that.
Hold on. You haven't finished the story, because the rest of the story is Hank diva-ing out and calling up Dylan, making him feel bad, making him think something is wrong.
Yeah, tell us about that,
Dylan.
Dylan.
Of the story.
No, let Dylan can tell it, I guess. What did I do? Did I give you a hard time, Dylan?
Not really.
Oh boy, you're making me look guilty.
He's being so nice. I know.
I think I was selling a Scar 17S or something. I was selling some really high dollar gun, and I got a call from you.
I got it. Yeah, I texted you. I texted him. I was like, "Call me now."
Something like, "Give me a call now." It's like, whoever does that. I think
I was selling a Scar 17. He said, "Give me a call," and I'm just thinking, I'm like, "Oh, I'm saying this gun probably blew up in his hand or something. I don't know what I did."
Yeah.
And I get a call. And he goes, "Everything's good," and I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, "All right, what did I screw up on?" You say the smell, and I'm like, "Well, shit. Of all the things that I."
No, because there was no way. Here's the thing: there was no way I was not going to talk about that on the show, which I did. And I was like, let me talk to Dylan so that when he sees this, he doesn't think like I'm super mad or anything. That was my first. That was the first that I didn't. I've bought used guns already, and that's never happened to me before. I don't know if that's happened to other people.
Me neither.
I've never bought something stinky like that. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good story. It's a good story, Dylan. When I'm an old man and you are a middle-aged man, we'll be sitting around the fire or something like that. Remember that time you sold me that?
Out of all the things I could have been wrong on, I guess I would take that over like a condition issue or missing a magazine or something like that.
Especially broken firing pins; those are expensive.
Because I don't know if you're in Kentucky and it smells like smoke. I mean, that's a pretty common thing. It'd be pretty easy for you to sell. I mean, I don't know how it is in Florida, but
I haven't done it in a while, but I used to buy and sell used guns all the time. One, I've never bought. Anytime I buy a used gun, it never comes with a box. Like, people throw that crap out real fast. So maybe that's
my pet peeve, man. Like, I want all the things that it comes with. Yeah.
No,
I want in a gun like this, you want the box. You don't want to not have the box.
That's different.
Yeah.
For like me buying a used Glock 19, I don't give a rat's ass about. I have so many Glock boxes in the closet over there. Like, I don't care about Glock boxes.
Glock boxes are not special except for like that P80 or something that they came out with.
Yeah. If I were buying a P80, I'd want the box. But yeah, for this, it's
Yeah, Kathleen Music Lover says Hank is way too fussy. I am a princess.
I seriously, I'm texting him at the same time, and he goes, hold on, I'm calling Dylan. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you are really really? And then he went silent. He went silent for like at least 45 minutes to an hour, and then came back and he was like, I'm so mad, I can't believe this thing stinks so bad.
Do you really believe you're the only person I give a hard time to? Do you really believe that?
No.
Yeah, no. That's how I get down.
Oh man. Yeah.
Someone says spray Ballistol on it.
Ballistol.
The gun smells. The gun is not as bad as the box.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's just the box. It's that foam in the foam core in the box is
that really explains why I missed it, because I was focused on the damn gun. I wasn't looking at the box other to see that everything came with it.
Yeah, the gun is a little bit, but I think yes, of course, you clean that gun.
Put some hoppies on it; it'll go away real fast. That's not even going to be a thing. It's the box, but that box has to get. The box is all part of the ambiance. I want to show off to people how I have this box that must have cost at least $300-400. There's no way. I'm going to send you a link real quick. We got to talk about this and ask the audience this question. You'll get it in a second. Hold
on. Walter says prissy is the word.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. I know who I am. K&M says, I have the original box of the M11, Mac 11. I have... OEM box is awesome. Yeah, and DCG44 says baking soda. Major JB says throw it in sunlight and let it do its thing. Sun will kill odor faster than anything else. So he's coming with Walter's knowledge. There you go. Okay. Everyone's giving us charcoal inside the box. Lots of things. You still there, Patrick? Or Patrick is frozen. Or is everyone frozen? No. Now Patrick's thing is frozen, yeah.
It's not just me having connection issues.
Yeah. So Shooting Gallery NE says, Hank, if I ever buy a gun from my shop, I'll throw some new car smell air freshener to be in there to be safe. Yeah. Night Train says, if that Hudson box is so expensive, it must double as body armor. Yeah, it's just I definitely wanted the box and everything from that. I think that's all part of the ambiance of the whole Hudson thing. So, and like I said, I have some friends or someone I know who specifically worked for Hudson during that time, and he doesn't have a Hudson H9.
Wow.
So I can't wait to
rub it in his face and say, yes, what you worked for, I have, and you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I can't resist that. I mean, is that wrong? Is that a crime? I think that's allowed in the gun guy handbook. You know. So there you go. What other kind of cool stuff while we're waiting? I don't know what the hell happened to. I wonder if Patrick lost his internet over there at the house.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're getting the BFP back in here.
Were you asking me something?
Yeah, I said. So what cool guns do you guys have in the store right now? What's the inventory looking like?
We got a lot of cool stuff. You guys, please hit me up anytime if you're looking for anything. We got some POF Revolution DI pistols coming in, 12.5-inch pistols. We've got the POF P415 Edge in, which is their piston-driven 16-inch gun, 7-pound piston gun. We've got the Springfield Hellcat in stock, which I know you guys not a fan of Springfield. I've got the new SIG P365X, which is the XL frame on the normal slide, but it's optic ready with the flat blade trigger.
The 365
X-ray night sights.
Okay.
And then I have we got an M17 in stock. We have got pretty good selection of Glocks right now. Got a 43X, 48, Model 45, 26 Gen 5. We've got pretty good selection of ARs. I got a used Springfield Saint, new Springfield Saint, which I know you're not a fan of Springfield, but we got Smith & Wesson, Sport 2s, Rugers. We've got the Colt CR6920. I've got a Wilson Combat Protector, law enforcement carbine. I've got a Strybog, SPA-1 Strybog, and then I've got the B&T APC 9K in stock. That's a really high-end one.
So these are all new that you're talking about?
All new, yeah.
K&M Arms says he's looking for a Bushmaster arm pistol. He's trying to tease me. I think. I would like to get an arm pistol. If you ever, Dylan, your next assignment is arm pistol. Do you know what that is?
Arm pistol. Okay, that's going to take me a while.
Yeah.
And then I also have I'm trying to think. We got a Colt King Cobra, a new one of those. And then we have we got Walther 10s in stock. I got a couple of those, and they're well. I like those AKs because I think for the money they're good guns with the chrome line barrel, 4-inch bolt and trunnion. We got those in stock. I'm trying to think of what else you guys would like.
42 Chilled says pimp your website, but that would be the store, which you can go ahead.
Our website is messed up because everything's linked to the distributors, which is on back order. That's why if you check our Facebook page, everything can still carry Louisville. I put our new inventory up daily. I know some people aren't a fan of Facebook, but it's really all I got right now.
Yeah.
Well, another thing I wanted to mention real quick. Sorry to interrupt. We're Arrow Precision preferred dealers. So we've got some complete M4E1 lowers with the SPA3 braces in stock for $399, which I think is a pretty good deal.
Are you guys cutting? Are you guys cutting prices on pistol braces?
Cutting prices?
Yeah, we saw price cuts. We saw price cuts on the pistol braces out there, but that was by themselves. So guns that have those pistol braces on them, are you guys selling them at normal prices? Is there a little bit of a discount?
Right now it's normal price. To be honest with you, the only AR pistol we have in stock is a Wilson Combat Protector 11.3 inch. Just because all the cheaper ones have been back ordered. We've got a couple of guns with braces on them, but right now they're just normal priced.
Okay. I was gonna ask Patrick.
Hey,
go ahead. What?
Now you got to ask everybody the question that I just sent you.
Oh, okay. So first of all, you told me the power just went out.
Yeah, but no, I sent you a picture.
So you want me to post? Okay, here we go. This is so stupid. New study reveals 8% of men think they could beat a lion in a fist fight. Okay.
So among all of us, are there any 8%ers in this group? Because me, hell no. I ain't fist fighting a lion.
I never fight fair, so no, I'm definitely not fist. A lion? Not even an old lion. I'm not even gonna fist fight a dandelion.
I wouldn't fist fight the lion from the Wizard of Oz.
No thanks. No thanks.
Not even a sea lion.
Let's see if anybody out there in the audience thinks they can fist fight a lion. Honestly, fist fight is just slug it out with a lion.
Yeah, who thinks they can? Who thinks they can go fisticuffs with a lion out there? Let us know you're crazy. Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. That could be an old snaggletooth lion that's on his deathbed. Yeah, he could be on his deathbed. I'm not fist fighting him. You know? Yeah, that doesn't make any... Okay, the Jew says we're wussies. Okay. No, that doesn't make any kind of sense to me. Now we're gonna lose Dylan. It looks like he froze now.
It's been a hell of a day.
Yeah, this has been crazy.
Did we talk about Jon Stewart yet? I don't think we talked
No,
about
let's get into the Jon Stewart thing. Let me see if I could find this story here and pull it up. Here, let me share this with everyone. Let me screen share here for a second. Jon Stewart, COVID more than likely leaked from Wuhan lab. Comedy Central's satirical news program, The Daily Show, was once said to be the place where millennials got their news, and now its former host is making news by challenging the establishment narrative on the origin of the coronavirus pandemic. Jon Stewart told his old sidekick Stephen Colbert on Monday's broadcast of CBS Late Show that the pandemic was, quote, more than likely caused by science, mocking claims that it originated naturally. Yeah.
Is this? Can I post about this on Facebook, or will they block it?
No, you're probably going to get one of those warnings. Here's the quote. He says, "I think we owe a great debt of gratitude to science. Science has in many ways helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science." He said, so he's saying that it was caused by science, and then science in many ways helped heal it. Stewart then went on into his signature ironic mode, suggesting it's obvious that the fact that Wuhan was ground zero for the pandemic has something to do with it being the home of China's top virology lab. Here's his quote. He says, "Oh my God, there's a novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do we do? Question mark. Oh, you know who we could ask? The Wuhan novel respiratory coronavirus lab. The disease is the same name as the lab." That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they asked those scientists, they're like, "So wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan respiratory coronavirus lab. How did this happen?" And they're like, pangolin kissed a turtle.
Yeah. So
yeah, that was the whole thing there. But
do you? I have to ask, because I hear this every time you screen share. Mm-hmm. Do you hear that little ball drop sound every time there's a comment?
No, I don't hear it, but yes, it's probably going through on when we screen share.
Okay, as long as, because I would say that would drive me insane if I had to hear that for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So they're talking about, there was some news today about a group of senators trying to push, because Biden said, well, why don't we let the WHO really push for an investigation? Let the WHO take care of it. That's what they're there for. Mm-hmm. And a bunch of senators are like, are you serious? Are you serious? We're going to let the... So they're pushing for us to do something. And they wanted more info from China on the Wuhan lab, and China said no. Said, no, you ain't getting none of that.
Really? Do they really think that China's going to give them any information?
Yeah.
Listen, let me explain China to you in a very simple story. China has spied on everyone who goes to China. Okay? If you're an IT person, you know this. If you're dealing with any computers for any company, when they go to China, before they go, they have to get scrubbed of everything. When they come back, you got to scrub them of everything, right? China is hacking into things. Even if you don't go over there, they're hacking into things. You know what China did? China wants all the, like if you have a Tesla, they want everything turned off around certain areas in China, because they're afraid that America is somehow spying on them with the Teslas. You can look it up. So it just goes to show you what these people are up to. Only the people who are that super paranoid are gonna go, "Oh no, we don't want these," because everything they send us is spying on us. Isn't that what we went through with 5G? Remember that?
That's why we can't have. That's why we couldn't do Huawei's 5G, is because they were using it to spy.
Yes. So and now they don't want Tesla's cameras and stuff like that turned on because, oh, wait a second, we don't know what those Americans are doing. They could be spying on us. This is China. Yes, they're going to totally tell us that that thing leaked out of their lab. They're going to completely cop to that one. I don't think so. The only way that we would ever see anything like that is if everyone was dying off in China and they couldn't stop it. Then they might go, oh, yeah, it came from here. Please save us. But no, I think they were fine. I think they tossed a lot of bodies into the fire pit, and they kept on trucking.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still out there, and we are the ones who shut everything down. And we're now suffering for that. So
and not only that, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not only that, but all these blue states like Nevada, they just passed laws making mail-in voting permanent. So that shows you that this whole thing had nothing to do with COVID or anything like that. It all had to do with their agenda and being able to basically rig elections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these people are still going after Trump, believe it or not. It's like, what the hell?
You know what I saw the other day, and I cannot. They can't get off their hard on for Trump. And
I think he just
every
got...
now and then when I'm scrolling through YouTube on my phone, I'll get.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
No, you're there. You're there. I thought
Can
we
you hear
lost
me?
you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh.
I thought
so
for a
every now
second
and then
we
when I'm scrolling through my phone on YouTube, I'll get an ad for the Daily Show, the new Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and the last ad I got was for him talking about something Trump related. He screwed with them so bad they cannot get over it. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're trying to investigate his hotels. I mean, they're just trying to do, bankrupt the man and do whatever they can. And I'm not a fan of some of the stuff that he did, but at the same time, I mean, he's being attacked pretty bad.
Well, there's a reason why they can't let it go. I mean, Biden is such a joke that they
can't talk about actual news.
Yeah. Look at how Biden was walking around the
G7,
the G7 thing, lost, or how.
Hey, let me remember. Don't introduce the black guy. Introduce the African black guy. And Boris Johnson was like, "I already did that. Yeah, I already did that."
Yeah. There's serious problems going on out there.
It's pathetic. It is. Yeah. Every country is laughing at us.
So the reason why all this is happening, the best way that they have of distracting from that is doing that. And yeah, I think Trump did his time. He was president. I'm over it. I think it's not a good idea for Trump to try to come back or do anything. I think Republicans are pretty much toast as far as I'm concerned. If they don't actually grow their balls back, we're going to be like a one-party system. So, Walter is saying they have to keep on Trump to cover Biden. Yep. Biden's only going to get worse, man. We're only like 6 months into this.
Right.
It feels like it's been years already.
And Hank, what I'll say with you, like I can see what you're saying I'm fed up with about 80% of the Republican Party. I think they're just horrible. Especially the old guards, the old guard that's been in there for so long. But I will say with Trump, while I don't like a lot of the things that he did with regards to the Second Amendment, it seems to me if he doesn't run, we don't really have many other options because he's the only guy that has some form of reach to a new string of voters that even gives us a chance. I hate that, but that's just my analysis.
Yeah, but that's the fault of Republicans, man.
It is.
Maybe especially the older ones that are sticking to a lot of the old school nonsense and the real dyed in the wool politicians. They need to go away. And we need to figure out like who are the ones we can really rely on and it just is what it is, man. And yes, I think that the byproduct of that is going to be that the country's going to go down the drain, but maybe we need that too. Unfortunately, I know it sounds terrible. It's painful. It's going to be painful for a lot of people out there, but who's looking at this and thinking things like today I went to get the oil change for the van, and there were people talking about, I hear it every time I go out, like no one wants to work anymore.
And the cost of living is going through the roof.
Have you seen, like, you drive by a fast food place and they're giving bonuses to try to hire people?
They're giving away iPhones at McDonald's to hire people.
Oh, they went to the iPhone level now?
They were like, we'll give you an iPhone in something like that if you have to stay for 2 months or 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, Lola was telling me that she knows people that would rather do DoorDash than work at a lot of places because it's so bad to work inside of companies. Like, the way the other people are inside of companies, that people are like, nah, forget this. I've got to go do something on my own. I can't work with other people.
I can tell you the previous place I worked at, other than the gun store, I got so fed up with my liberal employees, liberal coworkers, getting away with saying anything that they wanted, but if you retorted against that, you got in trouble. I was so over it. I was completely over it.
Yeah. And this is what's going to be the end result. I mean, we have to go there, and it's not what I want, but obviously sometimes things have to get burned down for them to get better, for people to,
We're quickly burning it down. I can tell. I think. Look at the crazy ass shit that's going on. We're burning it down faster than most people are prepared for.
It's all gonna catch up. I expect to see what's you guys like. What's a warning sign? What's the thing that you're waiting for that you'd be like, oh shit, it's about to go down? What are the things out there that if you see this, then you know?
I don't think.
Have you thought about that?
I don't think most people have the balls to make things go down personally. I think people will try to live in their comfort zone as long. I mean, look at COVID. People went out of their way to pretend like everything's normal. Don't worry about what's happening. Live in our comfort zone. People will go so far out of their way to try to stay comfortable.
So you think there are no warning signs? You think there'll be like? So what I mean is it the stock market crashes? Because we haven't had a real stock market crash. We have not had it in years. We haven't had.
They won't
like
allow
it
to happen. That won't happen. A 1930s style depression will never happen again.
Yeah, but we're not even getting an overcorrection.
No, yeah. Well, we're going to soon.
I mean, we're in the middle of a chip crisis, all kinds of things, and we're not even getting an overcorrection. So you can't trust what the stock market looks like.
He's thrown a wet blanket over the economy just by throwing all that stimulus money, and what he's trying to do is make his numbers look good to where it's convenient for him to be reelected, and the Federal Reserve is going along with him or whatever to try to make his job numbers look good. But what I would say, Hank, that HR1 bill they're trying to pass to federalize elections, I think that's the nail. I think that's the nail in the coffin for the Republic.
It's unconstitutional. First,
it is.
But having to take something like that to court to get it unconstitutional would take 4 years.
I would say, Hank, a warning sign. I'm with you. I mean, I'm fed up with the Republicans on a lot of things, but if they don't have the Senate in 2022, I'd say it's the end of everything. Just because of who will be controlling the ship.
Yeah, we'll definitely see a burn down at that point. Yeah, if I was folks out there, I would be on the lookout for things. But the question is, what is a reliable sign that we could point to that things are getting that things are going in that direction? I don't think we could trust the stock market. There's a whole bunch of other things going on, so we already might be there and we just don't know it because they're keeping everything going. Yeah.
Everybody is trying to pull the wool over people's eyes constantly to play them for their own narrative. The stock market is BS. It doesn't. There's nothing there. Nothing is created. Nothing's made. It's a joke. It's run by hedge funds that are basically just taking money from your day trader types.
Mm-hmm.
The media, all they want to do is lie for their side, and it doesn't matter whose side they are on. All they do is spin their narrative and lie for their side. If anybody has questions about that, go look at the Project Veritas leak from today.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you a good inside
what is
view
the
of that.
so what is the deal going on with that?
So a reporter from Fox in Houston, Texas, got fired yesterday because live on air 2 days ago, before her segment aired, she said, "By the way, if anybody's curious, I'm going to be releasing some damning evidence against local Fox."
This is Ivory Hicks, right? I'm playing a little bit of it real quick here.
Something Ivory. No, her name is something Ivory.
Support Ivory Hecker. Ivory Hecker.
Is that it?
Yeah, Ivory Hecker.
Ivory Hecker. There you go.
Yeah. Remember, I'm dyslexic, so I saw Hacker and I thought Hicks.
So she, since COVID kicked in, has been getting dictated to about what she can report on and what she can't report on. She said one of her turning points was when hydroxychloroquine was a big topic back in March or April of last year. She wanted to run a story on it. She did. She ran a story on it, and one of the local doctors in Houston was like, "Yeah, we've been using it. It's helpful. It works for us." And then her local Fox station said, "No more. If you want to run any stories, you have to run it through the VP and this other person before anything goes out because we're not agreeing with you." And she said that she didn't get into her ultimate thing is she didn't get into journalism to be dictated to about what is good for the audience. She says that the audience deserves to be able to watch what is, decide for themselves what's good for them. Not
yellow journalism is a signal that you're living in a communist country.
Yep, and this goes to show that Project Veritas doesn't just go after CNN. It's every news organization.
For sure, we know that
I will say
that Fox News is corrupt as well. Go ahead.
Well, and I will say too, like what I'm starting to see is like what you could say for a warning sign. Like there was one guy, I believe his name was Jeffrey Lord, I believe on CNN. He was one of the only guys I used to like to watch. Which he was a Trump guy, but he seemed to be pro-constitutional. And man, they fired his ass pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
You're just starting to see, the few so-called Republicans they have on the panel. I mean, they have them to where they're rhinos, and you really you wouldn't be able to tell what party they're in by how they talk.
They with this woman, she said the exact same thing. She said that there is an unspoken party line and if you don't toe that line, then you will get in huge trouble. You'll get beaten up from the inside. And she said she was tired of it. So it's a good watch. I think it was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It was a very good watch.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different things coming out as well that I see. Someone just sent me this is on the truth about guns, and I'm probably looking at it at the same time that you guys are. Here, let's see if we can get this in here. New York's new anti-gun law will threaten gun makers from a new angle of attack. And this, like I said, truth about guns, the anti-gun industry has been trying to find a way around the Protection of Lawful Commerce Act. For a few years now, the PLCAA became law back in 2005 with bipartisan support for very good reason. The concept behind the law was simple and straightforward. A gun maker shouldn't be held liable for criminal misuse of a firearm they legally made and sold. That's just common sense, right? If a gun maker produces and sells a handgun that's sold through all of the normal distribution channels, including, of course, GCA mandated NICS background check in Form 4473 for the retail buyer, they shouldn't be put in legal jeopardy if the gun is later lost, stolen, misused, or otherwise ends up resulting in death or injury. Anheuser-Busch isn't liable for drunk driving accidents any more than Kershaw is responsible if someone uses their pocket knives to stick up a liquor store. So it goes on here. Despite the plain language of the PLCAA, what is this? Oliganous plaintiffs' attorneys, frequently backed by Everytown's, Brady's, or Gifford's well-funded legal assets, have sued gun makers using novel theories of liability in an attempt to skirt the PLCAA. I'm trying to figure out exactly how. Man, I hate when, you know what? When you write these articles, Truth About Guns, tell us exactly how, New York is, what is New York's new gun law?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wonder.
Okay, so it says a New York senator from Brooklyn has taken the general idea behind the Sandy Hook lawsuit and written a law around it. A former law professor and litigation attorney, Victor Schwartz, took to the pages of New York Daily News to explain just how dangerous this kind of law would be. So the guy whose law it is Senator Zelmore.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
The legislation would impose liability against firearms manufacturers and sellers or any other firearms industry entity based on vague claims they contributed to the public nuisance of illegal firearm violence. For example, sweeping assertions they failed to prevent individuals from lawfully possessing a firearm in New York. Intervening acts such as a criminal or other person misusing the firearm to kill or injure someone would essentially become immaterial for liability purposes. Legal norms that have existed for centuries for who is said to be the cause of an injury and for who must pay compensation would be eviscerated. The new law would declare illegal firearm violence a public nuisance for which any person may sue a firearm manufacturer or seller for alleged harm.
Yeah.
So he's going at it as a public nuisance standpoint.
So basically, how all of this reads, not just whatever new proposed law is coming around in New York, but what these guys are trying to do in general around the country is there's a problem here. We're going to ignore what the actual problem is, and we're going to try to wave a magic wand of just getting rid of all guns, which is impossible. For people who want to talk about science, how do you get rid of something that's been around for 1,000 years? That's rudimentary.
There's more M's related to that than impossible. It's immoral. Like there's a lot more than even just impossible.
Yeah, but their solution is so crazy. It's like, okay, there's criminals out there who don't care about the law, who will do anything to enforce their power over whatever particular criminal enterprise it is. That's where this problem is coming from, right? If there's a problem that exists, that's where it's coming from.
All you have to do is go back and look at the war on drugs.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Did it work? Has it ever worked?
Yeah, we could make drugs as illegal as we want to. You know what's funny? Even now in America, they're legalizing marijuana. Right? Because you can't win that. How are you supposed to win that war against it? It's like, you know what? People are getting too fat. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make food illegal. If you make any sweet, delicious, awesome food that people eat too much of it, we're going to sue you.
Well, and to me, this is just their backdoor attempt for, they can't completely strike down the Second Amendment with, they can do it, one death by 1,000 paper cuts, but they can't do it, they can't just take it out immediately like they would like to. So the backdoor way around it is to take out the industry.
Yeah, but and what the thing is that, okay, let's say they achieve that, right? And they get rid of the firearms industry. Then what? Where are guns coming from? Because people, if folks in the industry think that they'll stay around just because they're going to be selling to the military, that's not going to happen. But you're not going to stop this. How exactly do you plan to stop people from making guns? Basically, a cylinder with a projectile in it. How exactly are you going to wave that magic wand?
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is pushing an agenda. That's it. And I don't. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
None of it comes from logic.
Any of the problems that we have, you know what? It's so. For example, it's just funny. A lot of the terrorists in the world happen to come from specific parts of the world with specific religions. Can we ban that?
Nope.
No. Even if
ban that.
and I've never asked for that. You know why? What difference would it make?
Yeah.
What difference would it make? You cannot ban something. You cannot make it illegal. You can't try to sue it into non-existence.
Yep.
What have we ever done that with?
I still the only thing I can think, the only end goal is a 100% takeover
Disarmament.
of disarmament, so they can make you do whatever they want,
Yeah.
which again doesn't even make sense. I was listening to the radio today, and interesting point somebody made was there are two groups in this country: the people that want to be left alone, and the people that can't leave the other group alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like that. It's like I don't understand somebody wanting to dictate what I can do, because I don't care what other people do. But
Yeah.
it just seems like that has to be the way for certain people. They have to tell you what to do.
You know what I think? I think that one of the problems is there is a violence situation that's happening in America, but you cannot, because of the way that people on the
You
left side
censor
of the aisle.
violence.
Yeah, but here's the problem though. They can't deal with this straight up, right? They can't say,
No,
"Look,
no.
we've got these gangs over here, and they're out of control, and we've got to start going after these people." And they can't, because it's going to hit people who are coming in illegally. It's going to hit people of different and there's various obviously ethnic groups that's happening within, but they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to go, okay, look, in New York, in Chicago, in LA, in Miami, in this place and that place, we have these specific groups of people who are running crimes. We're going to go after these people and knock that out. And one of the ways that you can even start to do it without even going after those people directly is to stop all the shit that's illegal. There's a lot of things that should not be.
You're saying legalize stupid shit.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Now,
You're not going to stop it.
Look, slavery is illegal, right? Slavery is illegal, and to the point we were just making,
all over the world.
it still exists right here in America. There's still sex slavery and other slavery going on. The only thing we could do about those bastards who are perpetrating that is take them out.
That's it. Yeah.
So we have to get to that point. If there's these gangs and they're running around just like what's happening in Chicago, there's one way to deal with it, but no one wants to do it. No one wants to say, let's go get these guys. So their answer is to go after the companies and sue the companies out of existence.
Yeah. There's a whole lot more that goes into it that I don't want to get into on public conversation, because it gets very ugly very fast.
Yeah. But I think, but this is the thing. Like, at what point do people out there get it? At what point do people out there look at this and say, "What the hell are you guys talking about?"
The problem is there are two groups: the people that get it and the people that don't. And the people that want to take your shit away are the people that don't. They don't understand that. Well, they also don't believe, the people that don't get it are the ones that don't believe in individualism. They're the ones that believe that you have to be controlled through your group identity, and if you don't follow that group identity, then you're a problem. Where individualists look at it and go, "Yeah, that guy was a whack job. It's not the gun's fault. He was an individual that made choices that ended up costing people things, whatever it may be." So yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot to it.
Yeah, Brian Quick says legalizing pot hasn't reduced violence in California.
It's not going to. People, I think that's the funniest thing, is that anybody that thinks you can legislate violence out of a society is hilariously misled by everything.
And I want to say, like, something that I'll say too, like, I have a libertarian mindset, so I don't care what people put in their bodies, as long as they're not hurting anybody or whatever. I'm not going to do the shit.
Yeah,
I don't care what people do, but the thing that I think people that they don't get, all the people that want marijuana to be legalized, what they don't realize is, in all of the states that it's been legalized in, that's where they're going after your rights the most. And I think the only reason they've allowed it is to make people more stupid.
That's the thing. It's absolutely,
and that's a way for them to make people not pay attention to what's going on, not want to work for a living. And I'm not talking bad about this stuff or whatever, but it does seem, that people that do that all the time, they are less informed than other people.
they want you to be happily stupid and just go home, smoke your weed, do whatever. Don't think about what we're doing to you. Don't worry about that. Just
Right.
do.
There's
enjoy yourself.
definitely strings attached to it. I think it
Yeah.
should be like people should be able to do what they want, but in all the areas where they have legalized it, they've completely gutted the Constitution.
Yeah.
I think so. You know what? If we want to talk specifically about places where they've legalized marijuana and it still hasn't worked, one of the reason is they still have gangs, and gangs have money, and gangs can take their money and still stay involved in money making things. I mean, how are you going to stop that? And the big part of what's happening is that in those places where they've legalized things, gangs are coming out, can still come over the border and all that kind of stuff into that place, and they want to dominate it. They don't want to give up their control over the marijuana business to people growing stuff in their backyard. They don't want that. So how are you going to solve it there when the gangs are like, oh, no, no, no. It would be the same thing with prostitution. If we legalize prostitution, thinking that would immediately go away, but we still have gangs, why would it? They're going to go, hold on a second. We're not going to let people just come in here and take over our territory without pushing back. You have to go after those gangs. That's the only way to deal with it, but they've pretty much got impunity. Where do you see any of these people going after the real criminals, the real gangs that we have?
They don't.
No. Isn't that
Unless they're a
weird?
white gang.
Yeah. It's the only gang they're going after is all white dudes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
That gang gets targeted.
Yeah. But they're not really. Where do you hear about that anymore? You don't actually hear about it.
No, it's not. You don't.
Yeah. So we've got lots of different crime organizations and all kinds of stuff in the country at work, and we've got some pretty vicious gangs and all that are out there, and no, you're not hearing anything about that or about anyone doing anything about that. And
remember, to me, this all comes back to if it doesn't fit the narrative, you're not going to hear about it. Mainstream has a narrative. If it doesn't fit it, they're not going to talk about it.
And to me, one of the biggest criminal elements right now is the people that run the BLM thing. And are they going to go after them about misusing all that money and embezzlement and all that stuff?
Nope.
No, nothing like that. No one's going after anything like that.
Nope, ain't going to happen.
Yeah, that's the answer.
It's so frustrating because you could go on ad nauseum about this, and it makes you feel hopeless. At least for me, it makes me feel hopeless sometimes looking at it. I'm like, the world feels like it's falling. Well, no, the country feels like it's falling apart because of directions it's taking.
There is an equal application of the law.
No, yeah, that's one of the problems for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix things like that. Other than, like I keep saying, I should run for local government, because that's the only way I think you can fix it, is by having good people in local government.
I don't think anyone's interested in fixing it. I think that's the problem that we have.
No, and that is the problem. Yeah, nobody wants to actually fix it. Everybody wants to talk about it and make their money by however they can without actually fixing a problem.
And you guys might disagree with me, but I feel like in your all situation in Florida, the only thing that kept Florida from, after all those new laws were passed, the only thing that's kept Florida from really, really going downhill was your all's new governor. And I wish that he had, I do wish that I hope that he does more to, get those things repealed and push for new things. But it seems to me like in Florida's one bad election away from really going, and Kentucky's not too far behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I hate to say that, but it's like with all, Florida's gun rights got set back 50 years from those laws, and they haven't really done anything to repeal.
Yep. And DeSantis is playing politics right now instead of actually doing work.
He's done a lot of good things. I think he's a good governor. I think he'd be a good VP or whatever he wants to do. But I would really like to see him fix Florida before he decides to jump to something else. That's just me.
Yeah. The problem with Florida, and I think what Republicans did here, is that they set up a lot of dangerous laws that we're not feeling the effect of because no one is there to enforce it yet. if we all of a sudden got a Democrat as governor
Things would be
or
crazy.
attorney
They're gonna
general,
weaponize it.
different story. It's going to get crazy in Florida. So that's the thing that I worry about. It's not just like DeSantis. I could give a crap about like whatever power any of these politicians get, including DeSantis. But if things flip here, which they can, it'll look like Kentucky, because if you have Democrats in charge and these laws on the books, they'll start using that against people. You know,
Right.
And
you know, I hate to
I mean,
say this, but like those red flag orders, I mean, that's gonna be a disaster.
It's already they've already been weaponized against people, and the unfortunate thing is there's no accountability. You have to try to go after the person who is weaponizing against other people, and that is a hell of a task. You know?
Yeah. How do you do it legally? So to be honest with you, for me, I care less about the overall what's going on in the overall country. And it doesn't mean I don't care about what's happening in country. Of course I do. We're talking about it right now. But I care less about that and more about what's happening in the states, because I think that's where we're really going to suffer, and that's where we should all start fighting, like locally, and then what's happening in the states. Like, make sure your local politicians are on the right wavelength. And that's not left or right. They need to be on the right wavelength, and then work your way out, because it's going to come up to your state of whether basically what's happening is these guys are letting America fall apart. That's why they're pushing everything in the direction that it is. That's how you get to rewrite everything, by making it fall apart.
And Hank,
Great
one
Reset.
thing I want to say before I forget, I saw something where that terrible Nikki Fried lady is talking about running for governor, and what I'll say is, you know, with Florida, like you were saying, is I agree. It goes more to the local level, like making sure you're a sanctuary county and things like that. But I just feel it, like you said, where if it does flip, things could be weaponized to the point that, I mean, it could be really bad. Like, in what I want to say with DeSantis, you know, I like DeSantis, but you know, I think that, you know, he should be thinking less about his, you know, political national career and think more about how he's going to save Florida. That's just me, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's making some steps. He's trying to do some things. But I would like to see them pay more attention to that. For sure. We don't want Nikki Fried to be governor.
No. God.
Oh, my gosh.
It'd be a disaster. She can't even
Yeah.
she can't even get her own group together, her own organization together. Now she'd be a disaster.
Yeah, I think we need to focus on that. If we focus on that, we keep that in line, then we can keep some free states. And when other states start to fall apart and suffer, it's going to be up to the people there of whether or not they really want to be free. If they really want to, if they want to go down the drain with stupid ass beliefs that are just not attainable. We cannot have everyone in America stay home and get paid.
And you know, you're exactly right. And one other thing I want to say, something that's pissed me off all year, is all these people that voted to shut down Nevada, California, you know, whatever state, and then they go to Florida for vacation because it's the only place that's opened.
If you look at the hypocrisy from Gretchen Whitmer saying, "Don't go to Florida. It's really bad down there. They have the COVID. You're gonna catch it." And then she goes on vacation. I'm sorry, it wasn't vacation. It was to see her elderly father. That's why she came down.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah,
This
they wouldn't
is-
release the flight logs. They wouldn't release her. If she went on government money, they're supposed to release her
And
itinerary.
she locked Michigan down completely. Like, they're one of the states that are hurting the worst right now.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're still
absolutely.
locked, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we still, like, California, Michigan, New York is still locked, I think. Is New Jersey? Probably.
They are.
Yeah. You know, so this is the thing that's happening. So I think if we want to be able to hold this off, especially here in Florida, we have to maintain what we're doing, and then as everything starts to fall apart, maybe that pendulum will swing back and people will get off of this crazy idea that this shutdown, they were allowed to sell more the idea that you could stay home and the government could take care of you. That's why places can't hire enough people. No one wants to go back to work in America.
The rug needs to be pulled out from under some feet. People need to have a rude awakening with the rug pulled out and say, done, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Your joyride of 6 months, it's done. You need to get your ass back to work.
Yeah.
If you're not productive, you're going to starve, and that's on you.
Yeah. Swamp Dog Armory is out there. That's who I was talking about earlier that we had to dial in the most times. Shout out to Swamp Dog Armory out there. Okay, listen, we're at 9 o'clock, so we probably need to start wrapping this up here. I think it's been fun. Let me start off with Dylan. Dylan, I think you do have an Instagram, right? Tell the people. Is it Dylan Loves Cougars?
No, that was the runner-up name. It's DillSpec 556 is my name. Give me a shout there, and if you ever want to call the store, even just to say hi.
Yeah, you don't have posts yet, by the way. You got people following you, and you got no posts.
Just do whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, just throw some stuff up there.
I'm going to Vegas next month. I'll give you some posts.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
All right, yeah, but there you go. It's DillSpec 556. Go ahead.
Please give the store a call anytime. Please check us out on Facebook. Everything Can Still Carry Louisville. And please give us a call at 502-657-8488.
Yes, and ask for the Smoky Hank Strange discount. I'm just teasing. Okay, Patrick. You know what we forgot to talk about, Patrick? You have an article that came out, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah, it's on the Palmetto State Armory blog. If you guys want to go look it up, I wrote an article on the history and use of iron sights. So go check it out. I'm hoping I get another one. I haven't heard yet of my next article, but I would really love to talk about zeroing. Hey, Josiah, if you're listening, I want to talk about zeroing your sights because there's a lot that goes on there.
I thought you were going to say you'd like to do something on night vision.
I would love to, but I am not an expert in that, and I would not be the person to talk.
Yes.
I will
be.
Give me
more about that with you.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more weeks, and I will know everything there is to know about night vision. I promise you.
Oh, okay. I thought
I've
you were
done nothing. I've done nothing but watch YouTube videos about night vision, learning every single spec about it as I normally do with every project I get into. So.
Yeah, obsessively.
Hank knows perfectly well that, yes, obsessively, I will watch and learn until I have gotten my fill.
Yes, he's a maniac. He's a total maniac, which is a good thing.
But in 3 weeks, you'll be able to ask me, hey, is this a good tube? And I'll be like, whoa, that FOM, that's a little too low. You want to go a little higher than that.
He's going to be out of control.
That's right.
I'm actually not looking forward to it. Okay, listen. So on my part, everyone needs to go to hankstrange.com. Check that out. I do want to thank Barnauls for sponsoring us, as well as check out the description of this video or audio if you're listening to it. We have a link to US Law Shield that you guys could go to, and you can save yourself some money if you're doing an annual deal. Plus, you can send a couple of shekels our way. I'm gonna run in the end and come back here. Should we let Dylan leave us with the words of wisdom?
Absolutely.
Yes, so Dylan, get ready your words of wisdom right there. You got a couple of minutes to think about it. Big thanks to everyone who's out there. Smash those thumbs ups. We still got a good amount of people here watching and listening with us. If you all smash the thumbs ups right now, we could probably maybe get to 100. Here we go. I'm going to run in the end right now. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, listening to us here. We appreciate people all around the country, all around the world listening to us. We're going to rip out the audio from this and throw it up on iTunes and all your other favorite places to listen to your audio podcasts. All right, young DillSpec 556. What are your words of wisdom, sir?
Support all your gun channels on Patreon. And support all your local groups. I'm not telling you what group to follow, but I support the GOA, FPC, Second Amendment Foundation are my 3 primary ones these days.
All right, that's pretty good. Thanks. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here. Peace.